Hey everybody, I'm Josh, and I'm going to be reacting to, what is this? I'm reacting to something new, something I've never reacted to before. It's called the Kill Count from a channel called Dead Meat. They have a lot of these on this channel, but I don't know if you know this about me because me and Jace don't really talk about this, but I love horror movies. I was talking to Emily about horror movies, and she was baffled by the fact that I watched all the Saw movies. I watched all the Final Destination movies. I watched all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies except for the 2010 remake. I watched the first 3 Friday the 13th, and I watched all the Chucky movies. But then me and her did that together. Oh, I love so many good horror movies. I love Sinister. I love Trick or Treat. Happy Death Day's good. Now I'm trying to think of them, and now I'm blanking on them now, which is unfortunate. Freddy vs. Jason. I love Freddy vs. Jason. I know it's not a good movie, but I got a real soft spot for it. Well, from here, I got the idea to react to this because I saw a different reaction channel reacting to these. I know I'm very original. I'm sorry. I'm exposed as being not original. But I thought this would be fun. I mean, I've been meaning to watch these movies or watch these videos about these movies for a long time. And I figured I'll react to it. I'm finally getting around to it, and I figured I'd start off with one of my favorite horror movies of all time, OG Saw. I love the Saw movies. Jason and I did a reaction to the top 11 Halloween guilty pleasures. I popped off about how much I love Saw. I'm a big Saw head. I've seen all 10 of the Saw movies. Oh my god! Now this first one is so good. I think it hides its budget well. Oh my god, and there's so many things about. I could quote this movie. Like, what's your name? My name is very fucking confused. What's your name? What's going on here? I went to bed in my shithole apartment, and I woke up in an actual shithole. And the twist at the end is so good. The music in that ending is so good. It has one of the best endings in horror movie history. I think it's definitely in my top 5 favorite horror movie endings of all time. Top 5 for sure, maybe top 3. It's that good. I'm here to see what this kill count is all about, so I'm not going to waste any more of our time, and I'm going to get to it. 1, 2, 3, go.
Movie footage used in the kill count is owned entirely by the copyright holders. Dead Meat makes no claim of ownership and simply uses the footage for purposes of education, commentary, and criticism under fair use. Please support filmmakers and the art of filmmaking by watching Saw on
always support the official release
where available.
Ooh. Love the intro.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tell
the
victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Saw, a low-budget film with a big impact released in 2004. Directed by James Wan and written by Leigh Whannell, Saw is one of the most influential horror films ever made, injecting life and brutality into a genre that had grown stagnant with Scream knockoffs aimed at teenagers.
Oh, really?
It was so successful,
the Scream movies. I love the Scream movies.
Released on an annual basis throughout the rest of the decade.
Oh, yeah.
With an 8th film, Jigsaw, hitting theaters last year, and a 9th movie all but confirmed.
Oh, this is an old video. This is like from 5 years ago or something.
Dismissed as senseless torture porn, this first film is no more graphic than your standard sleazy slasher. Sure, the sequels would get bloodier and bloodier, but the original Saw is more about the mystery of the Jigsaw killer.
Oh,
and of course,
yeah.
the traps that forces victims to make difficult decisions if they want to come out alive. The original also sets up the twisted storytelling and flashbacks within flashbacks that would give this series one of the most convoluted running storylines in all of horror. Over the next 8 weeks, I'll guide hardcore fans and the uninitiated alike through all of this madness. But right now, let's start at the beginning and get to the kills.
Oh, I'm digging this already. I love the tone.
The movie begins with a blue light surrounded by darkness. The light's attached to something floating in a tub of water, and when this dude wakes up in it, the light goes straight down the drain. Later, we'll learn how much that sucks.
Oh yeah, the key.
Bathtub boy calls out, confused in the darkness, and is greeted by a very gravelly voice. Turn on the lights!
What if I could?
When the lights do come on, they blind this guy like it's 3 in the morning and he had to get up and take a peek.
That's the
He's
worst.
in a bathroom, and across from him is the gravel-voiced gentleman. Between them is a body, lying in a big pool of blood from an apparent self-inflicted gun wound to the head. In one hand, the gun. In the other, a tape recorder. And both the living men find their ankles chained to the bathroom pipes. A lot of us have seen this movie 1,000 times, but I always try to remember that this setup is instantly intriguing.
Oh, absolutely.
The escape room craze that I love so much. Our bathtub boy is Adam, played by screenwriter.
That's a great way to put it.
Damn,
Intriguing.
This dude can write and act.
What's your name?
My name is
very fucking confused. What's your name?
Well, at least he can write. The other guy is Harry Elwes, trying real hard to hide his English accent. His character's name?
My name is Lawrence Gordon. Gordon. I'm a doctor.
He's a doctor, and he too just woke up in this place. Neither of them can remember getting there at all.
I went to bed in my shithole
Apartment, and I woke up in an actual shithole. Both of the lines I said earlier.
Look at it. There's shit all over the walls. There's shit everywhere.
It's gross.
Gordon realizes that the wall clock isn't covered in shit.
It's a gross
so it must be
bathroom.
new and placed there with a purpose, like a time-telling purpose. In his pants, Adam finds an envelope with his name on it, and inside is a very pushy tape. We'll play you when we get the time tape. Gordon's pants are home to another self-promoting tape, but with an additional bonus bullet. Oh shit, there's a key in there too? But as us escape room aficionados could have guessed, the key doesn't work in any of the locks they have.
Saw,
right now. That tape
I feel like it
was
created
handy,
escape
though, and
rooms.
through the power of
Escape rooms and
Adam's able to reach the dead body
torture
and
porn.
retrieve the dead media device. The tape he plays gives the world its first listen to Jigsaw.
Rise and shine, Adam.
Oh,
You're probably
yeah.
wondering where you are. I'll tell you
your
where you
game.
might be. You might be in the room that you die in.
The tape calls Adam a voyeur and says now he has the chance to act instead of just watch. Pretty cryptic, and definitely not the tape you'd want to take to a desert island. Hoping to hear a better bop, Gordon tosses his tape to Adam. DJ Tubboy plays that track, and the tape gives Gordon some instructions.
Your aim in this game is to kill Adam. You have until 6 on the clock to do it.
It also spills
I'm
a
trying
bunch
to
of other
quote the
info,
movie
like
this
how
whole
the
time.
dude in the room shot himself because he was super poisoned, that X marks the spot for treasure, and that if
Treasure.
he doesn't kill Adam by 6, then Gordon's wife and daughter will die, and he'll be left in this room to rot.
Let the game begin.
Oh, could we do Catan instead? A closer listen reveals a very faint whisper saying, "Follow your heart." And looks like there's a shitty heart shit painted on that shitty toilet
Ew.
tank. Adam plugs his nose and fishes inside
Why?
the building to find nothing. Then checks in the tank like any reasonable person would have done first. He finds
I
a
know,
plastic bag with
right?
2
Why?
hacksaws inside. And maybe that's it. Or maybe Adam is tossing the bag aside discreetly for a specific reason. When the saws do nothing against their chains, Adam throws his against the wall in rage. where he
Yeah,
breaks off a piece of
you know how I was
shit
talking about the
for
budget
beer. Seems like
earlier?
those
They had
saws
to
might
like
prefer
pretend to
taste of
saw
flesh.
because they couldn't.
He doesn't want us to
They're
cut
trying not to buy any more
He wants us
saws.
to cut through our feet.
That's what I'm saying, Gordy. Gordon says he knows who's doing this to them, and we launch into our first flashback of the series. Get ready for confusing time jumps, because this franchise plays with chronology as much as frickin' Lost does. Oh, speaking of
Tobin
Lost,
Bell
one of
is
the
in all
detectives
these
on the case is
movies,
Stephen
and he
Sink,
dies
played
in
by
the
Kevin
third
Young. His
one.
partner is David Tapp, played by Danny Glover, and they just found themselves a corpse strung up in razor
Danny
wire.
Glover.
Detective Allison Carey, Dina Meyer of Starship Troopers, tells them how
Oh
this
my
dude
God, I
had a
forgot
real
she's in the
rough
first
death
one.
crawling through this mess, and that they found a tape on the scene.
Hello, Paul. You are a perfectly healthy, sane, middle-class male. Yet last month, you ran a straight razor across your wrist.
See, now here's our first glimpse at Jigsaw's mentality. Middle-class male Paul here was apparently cutting himself, and rather than sympathetically ask what's wrong, Jigsaw sticks him in a room full of razor wire and says if he wants to live, he's got to escape before the door locks at 3 o'clock. We see Paul's death played out as he tries to win Jigsaw's game, in a scene edited like an industrial metal music video. It looks a
Oh
little
my
silly
God.
now, but it was the creative solution to the film's low
Ah!
budget
I saw that shot at the
so
end.
I ain't gonna hate. Paul's body is missing a piece of flesh, cut out in the shape of a puzzle piece, and thus the name of our condescending killer is born.
Actually, technically speaking, he's not really a murderer.
Shut the fuck up.
There's sometimes this idea that Jigsaw technically isn't a killer since he just finds
Technically.
ways for his victims to kill themselves. Yeah, hey Jigsaw, maybe ask Charlie Manson how that shit holds up in court. Oh wait, you can't. He died in prison.
Damn.
Another body.
I like this
dude
guy.
Mark, who was apparently, I don't know, fraudulently using a handicapped parking sticker.
I know.
Jigsaw poisoned him and put the antidote inside a safe. The combination of which
This one is
on the
impossible.
wall somewhere among all these numbers. But wait, there's also tons of glass on the floor.
It's the
But wait
busted
again,
glass
he's
that
smeared
really
down in some
kills me.
flammable jelly, so the candle he's using to light his way could become fatal. And it does.
Yep.
Mark is immolated after trying to win this impossible fucking game. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, technically Jigsaw did.
This one is like
Tapped it.
one of the
Well, put him in
hardest.
the trash.
This has
Jigsaw
got to be like
did.
one of the
Carrie
top 5
points out
hardest
the
traps.
peephole and says Jigsaw likes to have a front row seat to his own games. She also finds a pen light on the scene that belongs to Dr. Gordon. Remember, we're still in a flashback, and in it, Gordon is talking about a patient with an inoperable tumor. He keeps calling the dude the patient, which I feel is pretty standard, but someone's not a fan of that clinical speech.
His name is John, Dr. Gordon.
Hey, speaking of Lost, it's Michael Emerson playing Zepp, an orderly at the hospital who says
Love
the
that
patient
guy.
John is actually a very interesting person. Gordon's lesson is interrupted by
He's
the
in
school
the
principal
Ben
going
10
to his
Generator
office,
X
and as he
crossover.
leaves,
He's
one
the
of
bad
students
guy.
leers at him with some serious fuck me eyes. Tapp and Singh are waiting for him to return the pen light and take him to the station, but Gordon's cleared after he reluctantly gives them an alibi that we don't get to hear just yet. Must have been something embarrassing, like a bad night of diarrhea. For some some reason, Singh has Gordon stick around to eavesdrop on a surviving Jigsaw victim telling her tale. What the hell kind of sloppy...
Funny enough, this was the second time I've seen that actress.
All kinds of violence. The survivor,
Shawnee
Amanda,
Smith.
who you might want
The
to
first time I ever
remember
saw her, it was in a
flashback
anger management.
Video style editing. She woke up in a room with the most infamous trap of
the reverse bear trap were in the scene. Oh my god.
A reverse bear
I'm getting hyped all over again.
Billy the puppet in his...
Ah, the puppet!
Hello, Amanda. I want to play a game.
The device is hooked to her upper and lower jaws, and when the timer runs out, well, this happens. Oh, that poor wig head. The key to unlock the device is in the stomach of Amanda's supposed
I want that puppet.
self, but after she thrashes her way out of the chair and starts the timer, it becomes evident that the dude on the ground by her is not in fact dead, but rather very much alive. Still, Amanda came here to win, so she puts it all on the field and grabs the provided knife to carve this dude's stomach open like a jack-o'-lantern. She stabs him a whole heap load of times, tearing apart his guts and through his entrails to find his stomach, which has the key inside. She manages to get the trap off just before it turns her head into styrofoam dust, and her victory parade of Billy.
I love that it's riding the bike. His little legs are pedaling.
Congratulations. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive, but not you. Not anymore.
Good job, Amanda. You won gratitude. Tap mentions that she was.
He was cutting out the pauses. I had to like keep up. It was hard.
Treatment there, Jigsaw. But I guess in her case, it worked.
He helped me.
Back in the shit bathroom, Adam discovers the mirror glass that broke off is two-way, and when he busts out the remaining glass, they find a camera in the medicine cabinet. Unbeknownst to either bathroom boy, on the other side of the camera is someone watching them with a taunting voice.
I can see you.
Gordon talks about his family for a while. And
I remember thinking it was a little too easy.
A picture of the Gordon clan, but inside
trying to get you to think that
probably wouldn't want to send out the
was it Zepp is Jigsaw?
The terrorist picture is a reminder that X marks the spot, but with an additional clue saying sometimes you see more with your eyes shut. That doesn't make sense. Adam doesn't divulge this information to the doc, and instead pockets the scary pic for himself. Another flashback takes us to the last time Gordon saw his family, after his daughter Diana woke up his wife Allison to say there was a bad man in her room. Gordon helped put Diana back to bed by playing Leppy Boy's favorite game, This Little Piggy, but right in the middle of weeing, he gets interrupted by his beeper going off. On his way to answer the call, he gets into an argument with Allison in their weird fucking living room. What is that curtain? They have a little stage back there? Maybe they should use it to perform this marital drama.
There's so much. The thing that's so funny about Saw is that you look at any of the backgrounds, they're all sets.
Her scream brings Allison to the room to find a ghost. Nah, it's not a ghost. It's just
I forgot he did that. Why did he cover himself up in a cloak? To be scary.
Game where he listens to Diana's heartbeat rise as he holds a gun up to her mom's head. Viewers watching the top
Zepp,
of the frame,
you didn't need to
see
do
that
this.
Is Zepp the orderly? Is Zepp Jigsaw? I don't know. As Jigsaw looks out the window, he's spied upon.
But Zepp, why are you doing this? This is completely unnecessary. It's just to be a red herring.
Growling about Gordon.
I never should have let you go.
Heads up, this is now the present, but you'd be forgiven if you didn't know, since these flashbacks forget to announce themselves half the time. To maybe try to help with the confusion, the movie has a minute-long recap montage. But you're not even halfway over yet, Saw. This kind of hand-holding will be useful later on.
It will.
The story gets crazy, but come on, we just watched all this shit.
This is the first movie. He's right. You don't need it as much.
Goddamn transition where a car drives in front of a rueful-looking Danny Glover.
Oh, you like transitions? Let me introduce you to my friend Saw 4.
Tap let Gordon go after they all shared popcorn watching Amanda's messed up testimony. It must be haunting Tap, since he goes straight back to the station and rewatches the Jigsaw tape over and over again like it's his favorite YouTube channel. You're only helping Jigsaw's ad revenue, Tap. His obsessive rewatch.
Man, Tap, you should really like, comment, and subscribe.
Symbol on a wall. He and Singh check which fire alarms went off within the gang's territory, and voila, they're headed to an abandoned warehouse to get themselves a Jigsaw, not bothering with a warrant or any backup at all. Nothing could go wrong here. Inside the warehouse, they find an open space office that Jigsaw must use as a home base, and a crafting center. Oh, look at his.
I love that. I love that in this flashback you see a little diorama of the situation that the characters are in right now.
They're under a red blanket, tied up and captured in a trap. Captured? When they hear the elevator coming up, Tap wants to hide and pretend they're not there to, I don't know, see what Jigsaw does or something. It doesn't make any sense. Just arrest the guy in the elevator. But instead, they watch from the shadows as Jigsaw, in a snazzy black and red robe, checks on his captive and spouts off his arrogant bullshit.
Don't cry. I've given your life a purpose.
The detectives come
I
out,
want that robe so bad. Black on the outside, red on the inside.
The key to unlock it is in this giant ring. Tap calls Jigsaw sick.
Jigsaw, you asshole.
And Jigsaw's all like, "Yeah, I'm sick. Sick of your attitude." Just kidding. He's actually sick from cancer. Singh finally gets some sense and shoots the trap to pieces, but that's when Jigsaw uses a hidden sleeve blade to slash Tap's throat and run the hell away.
Fucking Assassin's Creed.
And even manages to shoot him in this dingy hallway. Good shot, Singh, but don't forget that Jigsaw is a boob man, by which I mean booby traps, because when seeing steps through some cobwebs, he trips a wire attached to a bunch of ceiling-mounted shotguns that fire down and blow his freaking head off. Like a lot of this movie's gore, it's not super explicit, but it's still a pretty cool kill. Plus, it's finally a character death that we actually care about. Jigsaw gets up and leaves, only a little worse for wear, right as
I don't remember if they ever address it, but I'm pretty sure it's implied that he was wearing a bulletproof vest. He's not supernatural.
The bizarre editing sure makes it a little confusing. This movie's so damn messy. Present-day Tap speaks raspily from his now-healed throat wound as we're reminded that he's watching Zepp, who is still watching Gordon and Adam. Oh yeah, Gordon and Adam. Can we get back to those bathroom boys already? And move the story forward instead
bathroom
of back?
time.
Thanks. Adam finally decides to act on that photo hint and tells Gordon to turn off the lights. That
super lucky that Adam has this bathtub that he can just store his loot in.
Charged yet. Gordon busts through the to find a locked box. And once again, us escape room pros are eagerly raising our hands to say, hey, the key from earlier should open that bad boy up. And it does.
Yeah.
Inside is a cell phone, a couple of cigarettes, and a secret note to Gordon saying the cigarettes aren't necessarily poison. At least, not yet. Gordon tries the phone, but it doesn't work because it's only meant to receive calls. And god damn it, what, another flashback? Okay, sure. We're in a parking garage in a scene that looks soap operatic for some reason when Gordon fails
the
to
whole
notice
series is soap operatic, James. What are you talking about?
Red robe-clad pig-headed person crawling on the ground towards him. The pighead rushes him, and jump cuts aplenty get us back inside the shit room, where Gordon is questioning how Adam knew to turn off the lights. After
Stupid
some grilling,
pigs, love
Adam
it.
reveals the royal picture to Gordon, who's so spooked by it he can't help but yell out in rage. What are you doing to them, you bastard? This kind of desperation might just drive a man to murder. And Gordon eyes the note, the bathroom body's blood on the ground, and the cigarette, then puts all the jigsaw pieces together.
It's kind of funny to me that Gordon doesn't recognize his own cancer patient.
But then he turns off the lights and whispers something to Adam that neither Zepp nor the audience can hear. When the lights come back on, they stage a little play, wherein Gordon offers Adam a smoke but gives him the unpoisoned cigarette instead. Adam smokes it and gives
Keep
a
in
very
mind, he
poor
can't
performance
act.
of a man being poisoned by it. So unconvincing that he gets heckled in the form of a shock through the ankle chain that makes him break kayfabe. Good plan though, Gordy. The shock apparently zaps some memory back into Adam's brain.
I remember everything now.
Cue another flashback.
Oh, this
where Adam
scene
gets home to his
scared
crappy
me
apartment
when I was in
and into his
college,
homemade
especially
dark
since I
room
lived
with
alone.
Pictures of
I didn't have a roommate.
Dr. Lawrence Goddamn Gordon. Later on, after a darkroom nap, Adam wakes up to find all the lights in his apartment are off, which leads to perhaps the best constructed scene of the movie. Adam stalks around the darkened apartment, intermittently using his camera flash to get snapshots of visibility. It's nice and creepy, especially when the silence is broken by this. That laugh belongs to Bill E. Puppet, who's lounging on a lazy boy. Adam takes a bat to Billy and beats.
How creepy would that be if you lived alone and all of a sudden in your apartment there's this very distinct thing that doesn't belong to you?
Gordon gets a call on the cell phone from his tearful daughter saying, yo, you fucked up not getting that bad man out my room, Pops.
Is that a quote from the daughter?
Next and tells Gordon that Adam lied to him and knows him. But then the line goes dead. Gordon demands to know who Adam is, and he responds sounding like a real guilty little boy.
You know who I am.
That line delivery is the scariest thing in the movie so far. In response to being called a liar, Adam throws it back at Gordon and says, no you. And we flash back again to that soap opera parking garage where we see Adam is responsible for the earlier scene face flash. Cool. Then
I could have figured that out, movie.
That plastic bag from the toilet tank. Adam's pictures of Gordon that he's been collecting for days since he gets paid to track rich dudes having affairs. Affairs like the one
he's a
Gordon
PI?
almost had with that thirsty grad student in a seedy hotel room. That's right, I said almost, since he stops it before anything happens. When he leaves, he goes, oh my god, back to that parking garage for the third time in like 10 minutes? Yeah, Saw, we know. There's a camera flash. Gordon questions Adam about who
They're just
paid him
padding
to
the
take
runtime
pictures,
at this
and it
point.
turns out to be none other than Detective David Tapp.
Okay.
Damn, Tapp, aren't you getting too old for this shit? Gordon tells
Is
Adam
Tapp
all
Jigsaw?
about Tapp in another montage wherein Carrie Elwes kind of slips into his English accent when he says the word murders.
He convinced himself that I must have somehow been involved with the murders.
Haha, that's fun. We're having fun here. Right,
Oh,
guys?
yeah,
Adam
I
sees
agree with
pictures
you,
he didn't
man.
take
We're
and
having
shows
fun.
it to
And
Gordon,
somehow
who
been involved with the
recognizes
murders.
person looking out a dirty old window. It's a Zepp in that picture, y'all. Whoa. Gordon starts yelling about how he's gonna pop that little pipsqueak. But time's up, Gordo. It's 6 o'clock. It looks to me like Adam is still alive. Luckily,
I don't think they
Allison
checked
is
in with
able
the
to
time
dispute
enough in
the
that
escape
movie because
ties
it was
before
like a
Zepp comes in to
ludicrous
kill
amount
him.
of time,
He
and
calls
then
Gordon
all of a
up
sudden
to
it's
tell him
6
the bad
o'clock.
news. Allison fights back and wrestles with Zepp over his gun. A few shots go off, which alerts Tapp across the street that shit's going down. Then Allison subdues Zepp with some scissors to the leg. Tapp breaks into the apartment and gets in a shootout with Zepp, during which Allison and Diana escape from the house and the series. Zepp smashes a
And the
face over Tapp's
series.
head and runs off, saying he's got to go run some errands and kill Dr. Gordon. Tapp recovers and chases him in the absolute worst car chase I've ever seen in a movie. It's just crazy edited shots of the two of them driving. Wow, this is real bad.
Oh my god. There's no way those cars are moving. They're literally just in a still car going.
In order to escape and save them, he ties a shirt tourniquet around his leg, shirticket, and prepares to earn this movie its name.
You earned the movie its name. Yeah, do it. Oh, nasty. Yeah.
To the imagination and shown through shots of a horrified Adam and a crazed Dr. Gordon. We never even see the end result. We just know he's done when he tosses the saw aside. Meanwhile, Tapas chases Zepp down into some tunnels and manages to get him up against the wall. But Zepp escapes by slinking down and shooting Tap, catching him in the chest and surprisingly killing him. This really is the end for Detective Tap.
Shot in the chest
to the floor dead.
No, he doesn't die. He's in the video game.
One of the few actors in the series who never returned for even so much as a flashback.
He's in the video. He's the main character in the video game.
Takes its gun, which he loads with Chekhov's bullet from the beginning of the movie. He's pale as a ghost as he apologetically tells Adam that he's got to do what he's got to do.
You have to die.
No, I want to live. I want to live.
Sorry.
He shoots his bathroom buddy to the ground and cries out that, come on, he did it, let him go now. But when Zepp shows up to the party, he tells Gordon it's too late. Them's the rules. He goes to shoot Gordon, but gets tripped to the ground by a still living Adam.
Yeah!
His fists are too good for Zeppy boy. So he grabs the toilet tank lid and beats Zepp's head to a bloody pulp with it.
Love it.
Then,
Love
it's
it.
not that explicit, the entire thing being shown through low-angle shots of Adam, but Lee Winnell sells it, and the kill ends nicely with the tank lid breaking. Gordon crawls over to Adam and tries to offer some comfort.
Love it. I do love that Adam's the one who gets the kill in with the toilet tank lid.
I'm Adam, I'm not convinced this is gonna work. This Bub the Zombie,
Love it.
one-footed motherfucker is supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm not
Or
convinced.
I don't care. Just color me something so I don't look like this Dr. Gordon ghoul. He crawls out, promising to bring someone back to help him, but Adam wisely starts looking for his own rescue in the form of a key on Zepp's body. Instead,
Pretty
he finds
smart.
a tape player, revealing that Zepp is not the evil mastermind of this movie. He's merely been a pawn this whole time.
Hello, Mr. Hindle, or as they call
Oh,
you
yeah.
around the hospital, Zap.
Best
The tape
sequence in
reveals
the
Zepp
whole
was poisoned by
fucking
Jigsaw
franchise.
and could only earn the antidote by
This
kidnapping the
melted
Gordon family
people's
and killing them
brains.
if Lawrence failed. This is an amazing twist if you didn't know it was coming, and I'll forever remember seeing this the first time and having my freaking mind blown. Adam's freaking mind is blown too, and as he sits there in astonishment, we get another great image, that of the bathroom body slowly waking up from its 8-hour nap and getting in a well-deserved cat stretch. This is John Kramer, the man we saw in Gordon's hospital bed, and he is the real Jigsaw killer, the mastermind behind everything we've seen so far. He tells Adam how he was supposed to escape all along.
Key to that chain is in the bathtub.
But that's pretty shitty, John. Adam didn't even have a chance to retrieve that thing. After a crazy quick montage showing many of this movie's moments, Jigsaw turns off the lights and delivers the most amazing final words of a horror movie I've ever seen.
Game over.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yes.
Yes!
Adam was left screaming in the dark, but he doesn't go on this kill count. You're just gonna have to trust me.
Yeah, because he dies in the
Plenty of
third
other
one.
people did wind up on the count, though, so let's see how many at the numbers.
The numbers.
6 people died in Saw, and because Amanda was able to escape her trap, all of the victims were male. So we're kicking off this series with the blueberry pie right there. With a runtime of 103 minutes, we got a kill on average
Ooh,
of
averages.
17.12
Ooh.
minutes, which is a little slow, but this game has only just begun. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Zepp. It doesn't happen on screen like a lot of the gore here, but it's still effective because of Adam's unbridled rage.
Yeah,
Plus, someone
I'm
with
down
a
with
toilet
that.
tank lid is good stuff no matter how it's done. Doll machete for lamest kill definitely goes to Tap. A single slug to the chest is no way for Roger Murtaugh to
But
go
he didn't
out.
die.
And guess what? For the Saw series kill counts, I'm
Ooh.
proud to announce 2 new awards that
Oh,
I'll be
there's
handing
more.
out each episode. The platinum punji sticks will go to the coolest trap in each movie, regardless
Reverse
if
bear
they
trap.
killed anyone or not. And the inaugural winner will of course be the reverse bear trap that Amanda escaped. Despite not getting to see its end result, this trap has become the quintessential
worst
Saw
one?
trap, and it's so violent.
For me,
that
it's
you
the
even
one with
kinda
the
feel
candle. I hate
mannequin
that
head
one.
that gets destroyed during the demo. Conversely, the rusty mouse trap goes to the movie's lamest trap. I'll give this one to Adam's bathroom trap, because like what? His whole game was to just not let the key go down the drain when he woke up?
Yeah,
And
I'm a little
that's it.
confused by
Saw
that
came
still.
out in 2004 and changed the horror genre forever. Not everything about it holds up 14 years later, but it still deserves recognition for how influential it was. I'll take a look at the first sequel, Saw 2, next week, but until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count. Thanks a lot
Oh,
for
by the way,
watching
he does
today's
all
Kill
these
Count.
movies.
New series, new set. How do you like it? I have some more Saw props coming in the mail that didn't arrive in time, but don't worry, next time you see this background, it's gonna be even fancier. It's a work in progress, this whole thing. I've had a crazy couple of weeks with Monsterpalooza and taxes and preparing for Texas Frightmare coming up, but you'll get that Monsterpalooza video soon, next week. And be good people.
Yes, I will be good people. We should all strive to be good people. That was really fun. It was very informative, and he did a really good job of like taking the plot of the movie and like putting it in a short, digestible form. I really didn't think he was going to go through the whole movie, but I was like, as soon as I figured out that's what was happening, I was like, sure. And you know what? It might be nice to have somebody here to help me explain the plot to these fucking Saw movies. Some of these movies are insane, and I love it. Like, when I told Emily that I watched all these movies, her initial reaction was like, what? That's insane. And then she thought about it more, and she's like, you like, she's like, she was more than baffled at the fact that I watched all the movies. She was even more baffled at the fact that I liked all these movies. She's like, but Josh, they don't make any sense. And I was like, that's what I love about them. They don't make any sense. I think it's the Stockholm syndrome setting in, but you know what? It's just, for some reason, that's just part of its charm. It's and then Tobin Bell is so good. There's a horror movie convention happening near where I live, and they got some pretty cool guests coming on, like Carrie from this movie. She's in it. She's going to be at the convention, but I was really, holding out for like Tobin Bell, Shawnee Smith, Jennifer Tilly, Brad Dourif, Robert Englund. Kane Hodder's going to be there, but I mean, I don't want to just go for Kane Hodder. It's a lot of money for tickets and stuff. But yeah, this is a really good series. This is a really good series. I can see why he has like millions of subscribers. And his video has millions of views. But oh my god, let me know if you have any questions for me about Saw, because I just love Saw. Love Saw. Like, and oh my god, I really got to find like a good horror movie podcast talking about these Saw movies now. Now I'm in a Saw mood. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, yeah, this is the second thing I saw Shawnee Smith in. The first thing was Anger Management, that sitcom that came out with Charlie Sheen after he had like lost his fucking mind, got kicked out of 2.5 Men. She's Charlie Sheen's ex-wife, and I didn't think she was I thought she was fine. She didn't seem like scary or anything, because I know spoiler alert for the later movie, she becomes a bad guy. And I remember there's a line in this Adam Sandler movie called Just Go With It, where they're talking about like bad plastic surgery, and they're looking at this very scary, like very plastic surgeryed out woman, and they're like, and Adam Sandler calls her the lady from Saw. And now I realize he's talking about Shawnee Smith, because she's the lady from Saw. I mean, who else is the lady from Saw? And I'm like, Shawnee Smith is fine. She's also, I haven't watched the show, but she's the receptionist in a show called Becker. But big Saw fan here. Love Saw. And if this does well, I'll probably watch the rest of these videos for Saw. Big Saw head. All right. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know. Do you like Saw? What are some of your favorite horror movies? Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.